Arrive account was actually just paying for a lending pad because I had so many deals in there, and I just kept a seat open because I didn't want to move it over. And eventually I said I'll move it all over. Now, yes, you can use Arrive with your real estate agents. I think that was your question on the back end. I think where I use Arrive the most as a smaller broker owner, where you can probably gear your questions towards me, is because I started using Arrive to kind of help me with my day-to-day talking to clients on the phone, making sure that I was able to manage my pipeline accurately, keeping in contact with everybody with emails, text messages, phone calls, people wanting to know where am I in the loan process, or hey, I just got these disclosures, what do they mean? I use the milestones a lot. So if you got questions geared around that, that's probably a little bit more up my alley, because that has allowed me to keep my peace and mental sanity as we do these loans. One of the things that I do, for instance, is all of my milestones have a video integrated into them through Loom. It's a video of me describing what we are in that milestone. So, for instance, when the disclosures go out, I use Loom to put a template of what your documents are you're signing, the important ones like the loan estimate, a template loan estimate that I got from the CFPB website. I probably said those initials wrong. And I go over the loan estimate in a general stance. Depending on my client, I may also attach a video with their exact loan estimate to it. I don't do that for every client. Some of my clients, they have the ability to understand from reading the template one. But if I feel like this client's going to need a little bit more help, I record a 5-minute video, drop it in my milestone when I send it out to them, and it frees me up from a 30 to 45-minute phone call with that client, going over line by line saying, these are your initial docs. They're not 100% accurate at this moment, And so doing that 3 to 4 times with clients over the phone throughout your day, it can get a little taxing on you. I also use it for my pre-approval. So at the pre-approval stage, I send out a video. Hey, you're pre-approved. This is what it means. You're going to go out and start shopping with your real estate agent. I use it for the title. I use it for the appraisal. It goes out to the real estate agents. It goes out to the buyer and the seller side. And I get emails all the time, especially from the listing agent. Hey, I love your videos. And then when they love them, obviously, I go and stalk them on social media because I want you to use me again too, as well. So again, if you got any questions about anything that I've said or anything kind of around those milestones, that is probably my strong suit for me to talk about.
I got a question for you really quick. If you obviously Encompass, I've been on all of them. I was on Lending Pad as well, came over, and I'm actually considering going back to Lending Pad because I'm not real happy with the integrations that don't exist because there's no CRM integration, there's no APIs. I find that to be a little bit cumbersome. How do you handle that, and what's your biggest differences between Lending Pad and Arrive?
So I use Loan Officer AI, and it integrates with Arrive through my API. Is it loanofficer.ai? I
No,
use that.
it goes through Zapier. It doesn't, it's
Oh,
not a
is that
direct
it? Okay.
integration.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And
So,
that's the problem I'm having. I'm with Loan Officer CRM as well, and
okay.
I'm kicking them to the curb today,
You are?
because
Okay.
it doesn't work well. It's
Mm.
not it's I don't know. I'm a little bit of a tech geek, and I'm probably going to go back to Bonzo. But I'm
Well, I
I'm just
hated
more
them. So.
curious about what's the big difference you felt between LendingPad and Arrive, because I know my team really likes Arrive. But I do like LendingPad's more. It's more customizable. The integrations are more lights out. I mean, those kind of things are kind of important to me.
Hey Douglas, it's Tara from Arrive. I just shot you a message. If you wouldn't mind sending me an email and I'll jump on a call with you.
Ooh, you got it.
Hi, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So Alicia, with the videos, I love that idea, by the way, because after you do it so many times, it does get taxing on you. So do you like send the email from the system and then just like attach your video? Can you tell me more about like what's your process in actually like recording the video and then sending it over to everyone?
So you want to do a general video, right? Now you don't want to be recording a video every time you send out this milestone. So in your settings, you need to record your video first. Arrive will allow you to do a YouTube link or Loom. I use a YouTube link. I keep the YouTube video on YouTube as private, so no one else sees it if they don't have the link. Okay, so you have to have a YouTube account. You set your video to private so that it's only for individuals with the link. In your settings in Arrive, where your milestones are, where you create your template emails, there is a button in there for you to attach a video. So you can attach a video by way of a link, and you would add that link in there and it would automatically attach to that email. So your video is general. Hey, congratulations, you were pre-approved, so you're not saying their name in the video.
Oh,
Or
okay.
yes. Now, if you had a client where you said, you know what, they're not going to even understand this loan estimate, even if I give them this general video that I typically just send out on you can change the link in a video per email before it goes out and Arrive. So in that instance, you may say, let me record on Zoom and save a video. So that I can record a specific video for this specific client explaining their loan estimate. I do not do that for every client because, again, the reason for me using the milestones and the videos is because I'm trying to do less work. I'm trying to do more work with less of my time, So that's your first step. Your first step is to record, upload to YouTube, hide the videos, make them private. And then you need to edit your emails in Arrive and add the link to them so that they show up on your template emails.
Arlicia, I have I have question
Thank
regarding
you.
those videos. Will you be able to provide us the script for those videos you record?
I mean, if you want, I can. You want to see my beautiful face on YouTube? I'll give you guys a private video, but it's nothing special.
No, but the script so
Oh,
we can record.
I don't have a script. I just kind of, you say the same thing to every client, right? So I
Yes.
just went off of based on what I normally say. Now, again, when it comes to the documents that you're explaining, like the loan estimate, that is something that I think you want to actually have on your video. So I have the literal loan estimate and I'm highlighting on the video. It's about an 8-minute video explaining every charge that is potentially on a loan estimate. That 8-minute video has saved me hours of
Okay,
my life.
so the video is general, but you do go through the loan estimate line by line, and then they could just apply that to their actual estimate.
Well,
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
how do you handle the fact that the loan estimate is never correct at the beginning?
Well, I say that in the video. So in the
Okay,
video, I'm
yeah,
telling
okay.
them, hey,
And the
here's
seller's
yeah.
contributions and all of that, and they're part of the title if they're paying it or never on there. And because these loan estimates that go out I just hate that part because people are like, well, why am I signing something that isn't, I mean, especially the first time home buyers, they just don't understand why they're having to sign things that are completely not right. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in this business for 20 years, so I'm used to dealing with that, but I'm not sure how I would do that on a video.
You would,
Exactly.
so you would say, hey, here was a loan estimate that you explain what a loan estimate is. We are required to give you this document to explain
Right.
what fees you're going to pay at closing. And in the video, I say, The fees aren't accurate because we just started your loan. We have to reach
Right.
to the title company, the attorney. We need to get insurance. We have to order your appraisal. We don't necessarily know the cost of each item at this point in the transaction, is what I say in my video, because I say it all the time as well.
Right. Yeah.
But
So
I'm
you
gonna
basically just say what you
yeah,
say, but you do it on
yeah,
the video. Got
yeah.
it. Okay, cool.
And I say, I'm going to explain to you what each of these figures mean. You're going to get this loan estimate several times throughout our transaction. You're acknowledging receipt of this document is something that I use in my video. And most
Mhm.
people, 99.9% of the time, people don't have questions for me. They understand. They say, thank you. I love the video, you know,
Right.
and they get it. And it saves me that conversation that you're talking about that people say, well, why do I have to sign this document?
Right. Because I have that conversation. I don't even know how, I mean, like sometimes I'm like, I wish I could just record myself and just play it back over and over again because it's the same conversation like every time. So gotcha. You just do it on a video and people tend to just roll with it.
They tend to roll with
Okay,
it.
cool. That's awesome. Works for me. That saves me a lot of time.
Hi,
Love it.
Arlicia.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Uh,
where can we find that video?
You need to record it, Christina. You have to record the video.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you have like a sample video to share.
Well, I will share the links to my videos that I do from YouTube. If I can put them in the chat. If
Yeah,
anyone wants
please.
it. Yeah,
I'd
sure.
love to get ideas. Thank you.
You're welcome.
can you show how to attach it on Arrive the way you explained it earlier?
I don't know if I can show it now. Is that something, Kelly, that is in the maybe the training area to attach the video, or
Oh, did they want you to share your screen?
oh, I don't know. Is that what you're
No,
asking?
I don't, we don't promote that typically
yeah.
because of confidential information.
Okay, cool.
I
Yeah,
had so I have a different question. When you do you use the pre-approval letters in Arrive and
I
use the feature where they can print their own pre-approval letters?
do use that. I've edited. I paid someone in the Arrive group to create me like a different little template than the one that comes in Arrive.
Right. So how do you use that with your customers and do you set the parameters and have them print their own?
Yes, yes, Howard. Yeah. So my pre-approval video talks about them being pre-approved and how their agent can go in and collect their change their pre-approval amount if they need it. Sometimes people still text me and I do it because we can use Arrive on our cell phone, so it's not a big deal. But I like to train my agents and buyers to kind of be a little self-sufficient, because people go out and look at homes on Saturdays. I'm out with my family. I'm a mom of 3. And I mean, they're like adults, 19, but they're still my kids. But I just I don't want to have to do those little things that someone else can do on their own. So I set up Arrive and I always add the real estate agents. I put the parameters in and their pre-approval letter, when they get it, it goes to the buyer and the buyer's agent, and it has a video in there as well, and on how to use the system as well in the email portion of the email typed out. So the real estate agent knows I can go in here and print off a pre-approval letter. And I'm on a Saturday. We did a last minute showing. I don't need to bother Arlicia to print this off for me.
And is there like an example of what they get on the other side, or do we just have to like put a fake customer in?
Yeah, I've done that. I would say do it because sometimes the agents don't know how to use the system. So you can at least know how it looks on their side of things and explain to them.
Good.
Hi, I had a question about, actually, Quentin, do you want to go first? I know you've been waiting for a while.
Okay, bro. I got you.
So in terms of, I created a dummy account and I'm looking at my task and documents from a borrower perspective. It only sends out 2 documents shared by the LO. It's the MLO document and ROV doc, reconciliation of value disclosure. Although we already have a package of 5 compliance documents set up in Arrive for Nexa, Um, is that just my account, or any reason why all 5 are not being sent?
I think that's something on your account, David. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe your system is
So
customized.
yours, the client receives all 5 at the same time?
I don't know what 5 documents you're talking about, but I think that's something specific to your Arrive.
Well, the 5 documents are the MLO agreement. Um, it's already set up in, I think, all of our Arrive records. It's private policy, MLO agreement, reconsideration of value, home loan kit, and receipt of home loan kit. It's a 5 compliance documents for Nexa officers. Do you know if your clients are receiving that automatically when they apply, or are we
That-
sending them manually?
David, I believe that is actually set up on your company side, on the Nexus side.
Right.
If you wanna, are you having a specific issue with them or?
Well, yeah, they're only receiving 2. They're not receiving the remaining 3. But I put a ticket in. I was just curious to see if anyone else
Okay,
from
I'll
Nexa
take a
has that.
look at your ticket. I'll pull it up and I'll get it escalated, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Quentin, do you want to jump
Hello.
in?
Yeah, I do. And David, that's just on your side because mine goes out perfectly.
Oh, 10
Um,
minutes. Okay,
but
thank
but but my question, Arlicia, I'm sorry, I think I pronounced that right.
Early.
Could you touch on like what's your tech stack like around Arrive as far as integrating? Are you using the Twilio? Like I know you're talking a lot about the way you got to automate it. How much did you actually touch your configurations and things like that as far as getting it dialed in perfectly for your business?
For me, I use Twilio. I also use Loan Officer AI. Those are the things that are attached to Arrive. I also use Zapier for some other things, for some notifications that go through my email. And then I use Calendly as well as one of my texts. And I used to use so many things, honestly, because it was like really big on like your tech stack got to do this. And I'm all about just, what works for how I operate and being simple. And I had so many subscriptions to so many things that I wasn't really using, or it just didn't work, or I didn't need it. But you hear someone say, you got to get this and you got to get this. I need to book my consultations and for them to work with my calendar. So I use Calendly. I use my Gmail calendar to put everything on, including my kids' dentist appointment. So if someone wants to speak with me over the phone, even my realtors are trained at this point. We book a consultation with Arlicia. That's how it works. And so, once they go through there and book the consultation, I get Zapier will pick it up and put them inside of my Loan Officer AI and put them on a campaign. And then if they do an app or don't do an app, depending on what goes from there. Am I frozen, guys? No. Okay. Sorry. The video was frozen. And then once they go through there, they go into my CRM. And then I use Arrive and I use Twilio. And I mean, it works. It keeps everyone in contact. I also use my Home IQ just to keep in touch with my past clients and their valuations. But I'm probably not like tech with all of these different things. And again, like I say, when I first started out, I probably had 10 to 15 different subscriptions with all of these things that people say you need. And I don't think you need them all, but it just depends. I start out letting you guys know I'm probably on the smaller side for a broker owner. But what I do works really good for me.
All right. We've gotten a ton of tips and information in just the first less than 30 minutes. So, what do we have for the last half of this session? Again, I encourage you all to take yourselves off of mute, drop your questions in the chat if you have them. What do we have for Arlicia?
Okay, I have a question. Hey, so I'm new to Arrive. I'm with the Nexa team, so we just got transferred over about, I don't know, like a month or so. I just got like all my loans transferred over from LendingPad to Arrive. So now I have like a whole slew of loans that I don't need to look at on a daily basis. is there a way to clean up the view where I only see what's active and I don't need to see like everything that's funded and old?
Yeah, you should have. There's like a custom view in Arrive where you can customize your home page.
Okay.
Pipeline. I don't, without having it pulled up, I can't specifically say where it is, but there is a setting in there where you can customize your view.
Yeah, it's right there. If you go to the LOS training, it's like the first 5 minutes of that training. They'll show you the custom views.
Okay, cool.
Jump in if I have a question. Can you hear me okay? So I'm not sure if these headphones are working. Okay, good. I'm a new user to Arrive as well, and I'm coming from Calix, which I still pay for a seat. Can't let it go yet. I've been with them since 1996. But quick question, and this might be very elementary, but when a new customer calls me and then I go into a lead and I create the lead, am I able to create an initial fees worksheet if they're a lead? Or it seems like I'm not really intuitive where to find the screen to, do like a quote or a worksheet, or do you have to convert them to a loan in order to get that functionality to work? So that's part one. Does that make sense? So if somebody calls me on a refi today, I'll just put them in as a lead so I can start putting together just a worksheet. So is that the right flow, or should they be a loan right off the bat?
I think Kelly should answer, but I believe you have to. I think it makes you convert it to print the quote, right, Kelly?
Does someone on our team want to jump in on that one?
Sorry, couldn't unmute. So you can price, Kevin, in the lead section, but I honestly, in my opinion, I think a lot of our users will have it as a loan, and then if it doesn't go really any further than that, then they'll convert that to a lead. But it really is up to what your process flow and how you want that to look.
And I'm a one-person show, so I mean it's real easy in terms of that. Creating a loan, I can do that. And then the other thing that I was going to ask is when a loan is ready to go to closing, is there a document in Arrive that I can send to the title company with my fees and what the broker check is, and if I need to be reimbursed for the appraisal and the credit report? So I went through that broker funding revenue screen, but I wasn't able to add appraisal fee in there and different things. So quick question, anybody, how do you deal with when your broker demand to the title company, how much you get paid?
That's probably a Tara question too.
So do you send anything out of Arrive when a file is going to closing to the title company that says how much to collect for your broker fee, if you're going to be reimbursed for an appraisal and credit report?
Typically, as a broker, I'm copied on the email. So then I just let them know, I confirm my amount and send them my wire instructions.
So maybe send it a little differently here in Washington, but it seems like the escrow company wants a broker demand statement.
Oh, okay. I'm not,
Okay.
Washington.
Kevin, hey, this is Kimberly Silverman. I'm in California. So I think one of the things you might want to set up with Arrive is when you order or open escrow, excuse me, through the platform, you can attach a document at that time so that they know you're going to be sending out instructions for your fees. And then right before you close, you can send a document to them through Arrive, but it does have to be customized.
Okay,
And
that
attached that
was
way.
my question. If there was anything in there now. Okay,
Exactly.
perfect, yeah.
You need to customize it, and then they can add it in for you. I hope that helps.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, like I said, I saw it, but I could see where you needed to create something custom. So, yeah, good. Again, still learning. Thank you.
Adam, I see your hand raised there.
Yeah, hi, how are you? I've got a question on the back of that question. Someone just said that you can convert a lead into a loan and then back to a lead. How do you take it back to a lead? That's my first question.
So what you'll do is if you have the loan open within Arrive to the top right, you're gonna have the three buttons.
Okay.
Scroll down from there, you'll see it will say convert to lead. And
Gotcha.
it will ask you if you want to archive or if you want to adverse that loan.
Perfect. Okay. And then thank you for that. And then my next question is you don't have in your functionality a place to put the particular applicant as a foreign national. Is there a reason for that, or is it something you can add to that?
Can you repeat that one for me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, when you can put someone as a citizen, non-permanent or permanent resident alien, but it doesn't appear to have the functionality to appropriate a foreign national. Is there a reason for that, or is it something you can add?
I would have to take that offline. If I could, if you would like, let me send you my email address and then we can talk about this outside of the call.
Great. Do you want to put it in the notes or something?
Yeah, I'm going to send you a message right now.
Thank you.
All right, I see a couple questions in the chat here, so I'm going to read them aloud. So Stephanie asks, where do I get the link to send borrowers the application?
I mean, it's in, like in your Arrive, you click your face, there should be a borrower portal link there that you can share with your clients.
Yeah. Okay. Is it easier to start your scenario in Arrive and then go to the portal of your selected lender to complete the application, than to start the scenario in the lender portal and bring it to Arrive for processing?
Either or, now that Arrive has the loan update feature where you can update a loan, you know, you can do your loan wherever you feel, feel it's easier to do. So you can update your point file, not your point, your 3.4 file and Arrive after you started in a lender's file. So I think that's a great feature that they implemented, which I use at closing. So at closing, I always update all of my files to make sure they match the lender's file at the end.
What is the update feature file? I don't think I know about that. I mean, update loan feature.
Yeah, update your loan. Yeah, you can, you click on in the borrower's file, you would click on the three dots and you can then, it says update borrower, I think, or update loan. And then you can download the data file from the lender to update the file and Arrive. I do it a couple times throughout the transaction, just if things have changed or if it's a wonky file or something like that, that I've made a lot of changes in the lender file to make sure my Arrive file matches the lender file. So you don't have to manually, change, the income screen, or if the start date was different, little stuff like that that may change throughout processing. You can make sure your file matches the lender's file.
I'm not seeing that button in
I
my
don't see
Arrive,
that button
so
either.
yeah, I don't know
I
if
don't
that was
see it either.
customized or but it's not in here.
It's on the import Mismo 3.4.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what it's called.
No, but it actually says update on it.
No.
It's the import. It says
No,
update.
it doesn't say update on ours.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it now. You hit up import 3.4 and then it's a little drop down comes to the side that says update loan.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
I was again like it's there.
All right. What else do we have in the chat here? So Angelo asked about AI. Stay tuned for AI updates. I see a lot of people asking about some issues that they're having. We would love to talk to you about support issues. This is not the call for that. If you have some support issues, reach out to our support team. There's a ton of avenues for that. We have daily calls for Arrive Live Q&A, things like that. But for this particular call, we really want to stay away from that. We really want to learn from Arlicia and how she uses the system. So I did get a question about how Arlicia uses the realtor portal, if she uses that, and if she could talk about that a little bit.
I think that came from, so I think I answered that. I think that came from Howard or Kevin, one of them. But yeah, I use it to, again, make sure that the realtors have access to their pre-approval letters, that the information in the realtor portal screen is correct, so that when they go in there to put in a pre-approval amount, a loan amount, that they don't get that red screen that they can't change it. I make sure the realtor has access to the realtor portal. I always invite them to the file, and I make sure that they go in and, access it. And you got that little green button if they access it. Sometimes they don't, and I let them know, hey, you haven't accessed your realtor portal. Make sure you go in, so that if you need a pre-approval letter outside of hours, you're able to gather it without waiting on me.
Awesome. Zelma asked Arlicia, what is a feature in Arrive that you think is most overlooked?
Probably that video, Zelma. Probably using the video. Honestly, using your milestones and the video is probably the thing that I would say is most overlooked, because again, it's going to save you so much time when you're talking on the phone with your clients and having that repeated conversation over and over again.
Awesome.
And it keeps all parties of the transaction involved. So you're not calling the listing agent, buyer's agent, buyer, the spouse, whoever, saying, hey, I just got this back. You do your touch maybe at the beginning and towards the end, like you normally want to do, but you're not. I got title in, I got insurance back, the appraiser appraised. It just kills time or saves time.
Lots of folks interested in seeing your beautiful face on these videos.
I'm pulling the link, so I'll have it out.
Do you want to maybe post them in the Arrive Mortgage Broker group?
I'll do it. Perfect.
Perfect. And for everyone who's not a part of that group, make sure you join our Facebook group. There's a ton of info that's shared there daily, hourly. I'm sure the link has been shared in our chat, but I'll share it here in just a second. Yeah, any questions that you have about Arrive, honestly, they've probably been asked and answered in that group already. So you can do a quick search there. But if you ever have questions, you can always drop them in that group. It's a wealth of knowledge, that Facebook group. All right, what else do we have for these last couple of minutes for Arlicia? I know there's got to be something. There's almost 100 people on this call.
There's a question in the chat, Kelly, from Brian.
Are there any new training videos on task summary?
Brian, there is not. I apologize for that. However, I do have some documents that I can probably share with you that might help you some. I'm going to pop my email in the chat, okay?
Thank you, Tara.
You're welcome.
Hey, this is Mark with Linden here. I have a quick question.
Go for it.
Alicia, how are you using Arrive to track activity on specific clients? And part two to that is, how are you listing and able to report it, to pull a daily report for clients that need to be hit or focused on right away?
Like tracking clients, how?
Well, like for example, we have a large pipeline, right? So we have over 5,000 individuals in here listed. So we have a bunch of LOAs that work business. I want to be able to track, say, specific clients that they're assigned that may need, a list of actions. How do I pull that up to see what needs to be identified or worked what may have not received calls that needed to have attention be made on that client, that kind of scenario.
Okay, well, I don't have a pipeline that big, Mark. So how I track maybe a little bit different, but like on my dashboard, if there are clients that have needs that are outstanding, they have the locks that are expiring, appraisal timelines that are coming up. That's where I track my pipeline information for active files. So, I have like one LOA. So I probably am not the best person to answer that question in that sense, but I do use my dashboard. It gives me, what loans are expiring, anybody who's outstanding on their needs, or
Yep.
appraisals that are coming up, closing dates. And so I can just click on that number and see who falls underneath that bucket. I hope that's what you meant when you asked the question. And if it is, that's how I track my clients in ARIVE.
I have that part of it, but we also assign individuals to specific clients, right? With the so I have, and again, I'm new to ARIVE, so I'm trying to understand it and utilize it more and make it more efficient for my team, right? And as well as myself by managing their KPIs and their responsibilities. So I have a dashboard and I could pull and click up anything that shows, that like conditions pending. I can click on that. It pulls up everyone that has a condition pending, but I can't export that to Excel or anything like that, or see who it's assigned to or anything like that.
Something that I used to use that I don't do anymore that may work, but you will need another system, is I was using Monday.com.
Yeah, we have Monday. We use Monday as well. I was looking,
Okay.
and that I think that's the issue that we're encountering is when you start utilizing multiple different systems and platforms, we're updating one system but not updating another, and then we're not able to kind of manage the business and what I believe to be the proper way to oversee it and manage it. But right now, when I start looking at a reporting or just at a high level overview of my pipeline, it's hard to see in ARIVE and reporting aspects of it, as well as visual aspects, even in the dashboard. It's visually there. I can click on it, but I can't do nothing with that. I'd have to copy and paste everything there. So how do you utilize?
No, Monday you can get it
No,
to.
I'm not talking about Monday. I'm talking about specifically just
Okay.
ARIVE.
I don't know. Well, honestly, I'm not sure. I was using Monday, and you can get ARIVE to get the information into Monday to update, but I stopped using it. So it was just too much for me. And again, I think you probably need like a Tara or someone else to help you, because I don't have nearly as many people in my pipeline. So I'm not having that issue like you. So I can't really help you. I don't think, Mark. If Monday isn't working for you outside of that, I'm not sure what else to tell you, because Monday was working for me, but it just was too much to go back and forth. And
And that's the problem I'm encountering right now.
Okay.
Is there a way you can expand on that or something you can assist with?
No, I don't think I can. I don't
No,
think
I was talking
Oh,
about
Tatar? Okay.
Tatara.
Yeah.
Mark, I just sent you a chat.
Okay.
All right.
I have a question
Go for it.
So, do you utilize our new task feature?
Me? No, I don't.
Oh boy. All right, I'm leaving. No, I'm just teasing.
Does anyone on the call?
Is anyone using ARIVE's new task feature that we deployed?
I just asked my team about that because I want to try and start utilizing it a little bit more as far as activity. Is there an option of also adding in action results into the task manager?
Yeah, and that's part of what I want to talk to you about. So that's
Okay.
why I sent you my email.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I have a list of rules too for you, Mark. Your team will be really happy to see.
Oh, list of rules.
Yeah. Does anyone else use the new tasks?
Okay.
No, but can you show us
Tell us
how
more.
it's
Tell us
best
more.
used?
So so our company admins, you can all build out custom rules to generate and fire tasks to specific team members or groups on your team, such as your LOAs and your processors. And they have to go in and actually check off if that task was completed with a follow-up task if they did not complete that task. I host personally our on Tuesday. I will challenge all of you because I had no one join this past Tuesday. I will challenge all of you who want to know about tasks to join that call on Tuesday, and I will go over a whole session talking about how to use the tasks and so forth.
What time on Tuesday is that set for?
3 o'clock Eastern time.
Tara, can you put, is that a Zoom call also? And would you
It
put
is
the link in the chat?
At the top of your screen, you're going to see a button start to glow. It's like it looks like parentheses. You can just click on that and you'll go right into my session. And I'll post the link too as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had no one join.
That is a shame. As you guys can tell, Tara is a
Tuesday.
wealth of knowledge. She is an OG here at Arrive, so you'd be very lucky to take one of her sessions. She knows it all.
Oh, you're giving me a little bit too much time.
All right, so we have just a few more minutes here. Do we have any more questions for Arlicia? Any more questions in general? Did we cover it all?
No, but I'm sure I'll have more questions as I dig more into Arrive.
Well, you can find Arlicia in our Facebook group. She is there. And I'm sure she will be posting her beautiful videos for everyone to see. And I just want to take a moment to thank Arlicia. We do not pay these folks to come on and say nice things and take time out of their day to teach our new Arrive users. So thank you, Arlicia, so much for doing this. And again, taking time out of your day to teach us all this great information. I know that all of these folks on the call, you saved them a lot of time and hours out of their workday. So just want to thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome, guys.
All right, I will catch everyone back here for another session of Broker Connect in 2 weeks. Can't wait to see everyone there. Hope everyone has a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.